Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Said Dan channel. Got a few topics for you in this latest tepid jam. Ripple's top in-house lawyer, Stuart Alderott, he's their chief legal officer, has said that what the government doing is a, quote, violation of constitutional due process, end quote. And it has to do with pressure on banks that are specifically supporting anything that touches crypto. I also want to share with you perspective from an analyst who anticipates that on the upside, perhaps sooner than later even, you could see Bitcoin at $35,000. You could see XRP at 51 cents. And he kind of looks at like a macro landscape of surrounding all of this. And then there was also this headline from the Crypto Basic, which is going to serve, I'll cover this at the end of the video, but I wanted to mention it at the outset. It's kind of like a public service announcement, effectively, but here's the headline. India High Commission Twitter now promoting Ripple giveaway scam. And what we're seeing here is that there's a group of scammers out there that are taking over reputable Twitter accounts and then putting out XRP giveaway scams. Completely ridiculous stuff. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, Stuart Alderott, Ripple's chief legal officer, he shared an article from CoinDesk titled, Signature Bank's Prospective Buyers Must Agree to Give Up All Crypto Business. And then the other day, in sharing that, he wrote the following. Government action that has the consequence of depriving legitimate businesses their rights to bank accounts is a violation of constitutional due process. Community Financial Services Association of America, VFDIC, Federal Reserve, OCC. And that's a 2015 case that he's citing right there to kind of make his point. He's saying that this is illegal. Now, will there be any ramifications as a result of this? I don't know, but here's what's happening, and it's pretty gross stuff here, frankly. Piece reads as follows. Signature Bank is on the market after being shuttered by New York state regulators on Sunday, but any potential buyer reportedly has to agree to a major caveat: no crypto. Reuters first reported the development on Wednesday evening, citing people familiar with the matter. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corp said bids for the bank must be submitted by Friday, the report said. The New York-based bank's weekend closure came 2 days after the collapse of another bank, California-based Silicon Valley Bank, and less than a week after the voluntary closure of another California-based bank, Silvergate Bank. All three of the now defunct banks were considered crypto-friendly financial institutions. Now, Signature Bank, whose crypto clients accounted for a quarter of its deposits, was reportedly under investigation by the Department of Justice and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for potentially lax monitoring that may have enabled money laundering. A class action lawsuit was filed against Signature Bank in February, alleging the bank knew about and facilitated the now infamous FTX fraud. Specifically, the suit accuses Signature Bank of having knowledge and permitting the commingling of the FTX exchange's customer funds within its proprietary blockchain-based payments network, Signet. Yeah, and so I'll note here, that's something that I don't think has been broadly circulated, that fact, and I actually didn't know until reading this article. But so I don't even know if it's true. There are always money-hungry people and people making frivolous claims and suing the hell out of each other. So I don't even know what the ramifications are now that obviously the bank has collapsed at this point. It's been taken over anyway. And especially if there's going to be somebody, we'll see what happens with it. If it's going to be outright purchased by competitors, it's still going to it'll be under, who are you going to, the lawsuit, would they be the ones taking on that liability, the new individuals purchasing, if that even happens? And then even in a world where that happens, I still can't help but wonder here, what about what the government is doing in terms of forcing anybody that takes this over to have no crypto exposure forever, for all time? Because that's effectively what they're talking about here. And then they write, many in the crypto industry, including former acting comptroller of the currency and one-time Binance US CEO Brian Brooks, have speculated the closure of the three banks is indicative of a coordinated effort by regulators to choke the crypto industry off from the banking system. So, folks, this is something that certainly is nowhere even close to conspiracy theory land. There's been so much coordination, and even before this, what did we see with the SEC and other various government agencies? You know, just getting sue happy, litigating everyone under the sun. You see that, and then we have this problem in the legacy financial system with banks, which was created by the problem was created by the government. They use that to choke off the crypto industry. It's just gross stuff. It's absolutely disgusting stuff. And then there's chart analyst Rakesh Upadhyay, who writes for Cointelegraph, and he was noting, among other things, so he thinks that, in the bullish scenario, you're going to see Bitcoin perhaps in the short term closer to $35,000 and XRP as high as 51 cents. Of course, if we get positive news in the SEC v. Ripple case, then that estimate might be a little bit low. That's an if, though. But check out his analysis here. He says, after a recovery on March 16th, the United States equities markets are again down on March 17th. Investors remain concerned about the vulnerability of banks in the United States and Europe. A silver lining for cryptocurrency investors is that Bitcoin has remained decoupled from the equities markets and has risen to its highest level since January 12th. And so fair enough, happy to acknowledge the short-term decoupling, but I do not for a moment believe that this means there's been a permanent decoupling. I would need to see more evidence of that. There are always times over short periods where it looks like there's no correlation even between equities and crypto, but then it snaps back. And so if you zoom out on a chart enough, it's easy to see that. Anyway, piece continues. Galaxy Digital founder and CEO Michael Novogratz said in an interview with CNBC that the United States and the globe will face a credit crunch as banks lend less to rebuild capital. He said investors should be long on Bitcoin and crypto because these are the times for which it was created. Quantitative tightening seems to be giving way to a period of quantitative easing. The banks have already borrowed $150 billion from the Federal Reserve, which is more than the amount borrowed during the 2008 financial crisis. Analysts pointed out that the Fed has added $300 billion to its balance sheet in a week, second only to the $500 billion pumped after the March 2020 crash. The quantitative easing in 2020 triggered a rally in Bitcoin that took it from about $4,000 to $69,000. Will history repeat itself? Could Bitcoin and altcoins sustain higher levels? Well, fair enough question, but as far as that, being the impetus for this, I mean, the timing is correct. He didn't state something false in that, from $4,000 to $69,000 roughly. Yeah, okay, fair enough, true. But was it not going to do something similar anyway because markets are cyclical? I would think certainly, yes. But then as far as the balance sheet stuff, and I don't want to belabor the point because I brought it up in my very last video, but it's worth knowing. You are talking about a directional shift. So even though the Fed has been increasing interest rates, to attempt to tamp down inflation, now you're seeing their balance sheet increase, which does the exact opposite. That's a massive increase in a span of 1 week. So it's like almost all of their efforts from the last year, it's just like snap of a finger practically, over a span of a week. It's just gone. A big portion of it anyway. Not good stuff if you want to get inflation under control, but I understand on the flip side, if you don't do that, then the entire financial system, which is built on trust, it's a trust system, would just cease to exist. That would be chaos and pandemonium. So obviously they weren't going to allow that. But now into this. India High Commission, Twitter now promoting Ripple giveaway scam. Scammers have used the Twitter account of the High Commission of India to Malawi to promote a Ripple giveaway scam. The verified account with nearly 22,000 followers most recently promoted the scam hours ago in the comments of popular XRP community influencer Wrath of Kahneman. From the Crypto Basics investigation, it has consistently done so under the comments of popular crypto accounts since March 15th, with the first tweet in response to a Bitcoin archive post. And it said the following: "Time to pump. Rocket ship emoji. To support XRP community, Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple XRP CEO, initiated XRP giveaway. First come, first serve. Note, you can take a gift only once. Please hurry up." And then they have a little camel emoji for some reason. Okay. But look, so, the good news is that account, the tweets are down. So that one in particular is dead. But I wanted to highlight this because this keeps happening under various accounts. So it never hurts to remind the community that if you see something like this, it's always false. There are always new people joining the XRP community, and fine, fewer now than in 2021 when there was, euphoria and hysteria and markets going up and moon this, moon that, WinLab, all that crap. But it's still there are always new people coming in, learning, and I just thought I'd use my platform to take just a minute or two to note that if you see this crap, it is garbage. Please don't fall for it. If anybody's asking you to send the crypto and you'll get more back, it's a scam. Peace continues. It appears to be the same group of scammers that gained access to News24's Twitter account as it promotes the same scam giveaway. As reported, the Twitter account of the popular Hindi news channel curiously appeared to operate as usual, posting news updates despite the potential breach. Like News24, the Crypto Basic has reached out to the Indian High Commission and has yet to receive feedback at the time of writing. So look, folks, it's the same people. They're still operating. They're just going from account to account. They're hijacking accounts, taking it over, and then running the scam. They're trying to find accounts that are perceived to be reputable to do so. So just be vigilant out there. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.